And in other news...
What do you mean when you say far left?
I mean, I could give you a million examples.
Yeah, well, give me one.
Jane Fonda joined Bill Maher on his podcast Club Random.
The far left has gone so nutty on so many issues.
That's what they're being told.
That's what they...
By people like you.
Because it's true. You think the far left does nothing crazy?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Oh, well then...
But I don't know. Who is the far left? What do you mean when you say far left?
I mean, I could give you a million examples.
Yeah, well, give me one.
Who is the far left, says Jane Fonda.
They just suggest something to the average person, which I completely understand, which is, wow, do you people ever find anything that's ridiculous? Do you really think men can get pregnant? You know, that kind of stuff. And I understand that a trans woman can get pregnant. That's different than a man getting pregnant. And the way they sort of like insist on blurring that line is if that's some sort of reasonable social cause.
I have to correct Bill Maher. I'm shocked that I have to correct him. I feel like he's never wrong, which was actually the name of one of his stand-up specials, But I'm Not Wrong. But here, Bill, you are wrong. It's not that transgender women can have kids, because a transgender woman would be a man or a biological male who is now living their life as a woman. So it would be a transgender male who is a biological woman who is now who identifies as a man, and that would be the person that could have babies. So on a technicality, this is how the far left, or people who believe that, quote, men can have babies, because if you identify as a man but you're biologically equipped as a woman, as a female, okay.
As opposed to just being for having full rights, respect, and protection for trans people. We get that.
So I've never heard about men getting pregnant. I've never heard about this argument. It must be some part of what you call the far left that is so minuscule that I, who am...
No, Jane.
What?
It's not minuscule, and I'm sorry, you can't throw this back on us. I assume it's because you are locked into media that just never wants anyone in their audience to know anything sketchy about the blue team.
Well,
and that's...
I mean, I don't know. I read two papers, and maybe I don't.
Two newspapers. I wish she would have listed what those newspapers were.